How did your friend lowkey prove he was dumb? I invited my friend over to help me study for our history final. Not because I needed help, but because he wouldn't stop bragging about how he basically aced the last test and was lowkey a genius. I figured we could quiz each other, compare notes, share the academic burden like two responsible students who definitely weren't going to cram the night before. So we sit down at my desk, I pull out my notebook, and I start with an easy one, just to warm up. I go, all right, who won the Civil War? He doesn't even hesitate, looks me dead in the eyes, full confidence, zero doubt, and says, England. I blink. What? England, he repeats, nodding like he just dropped some secret knowledge. They helped the South win, and that's why we left them. I stare at him, waiting for the punchline. There is no punchline. He's serious. I go, bro, England didn't win the Civil War. The Union did. The North, America. We fought ourselves. He shakes his head. Nah, I watched a YouTube video about it while I was playing Fortnite. It explained the whole thing. Sir, you were getting sniped while learning history. That's not research. That's background noise. I spend the next 20 minutes trying to explain basic US history to him like I'm teaching a suspicious toddler, and he's arguing with me the entire time, saying his video had way more views than my textbook had pages. I give up. Maybe history just isn't his thing, so I switch to math. Something simple. I go, what's 15% of 200? He pulls out his phone, opens the calculator, types it in, stares at the screen, squints, then goes, 30? I watched this man struggle with a calculator like it was written in ancient hieroglyphics. He kept retyping the same numbers, getting different answers every time, and eventually just looked at me and said, math is a social construct anyway. Sir, 15% of 200 is not up for philosophical debate. At this point, I'm starting to think the A he got last test was a typo. Or maybe he sat next to someone really smart and just absorbed their aura. Then my mom calls me downstairs to help her with something real quick. I tell him, just review my notes while I'm gone. Don't touch anything. I come back 5 minutes later, and the entire page is yellow. Not parts of it, all of it. He highlighted everything like he was trying to paint it. I go, why? He shrugged. It all seemed important. That's when I realized this study session was a lost cause, and I was basically tutoring a sentient question mark. The next day, we take the test. I get a 92. Not perfect, but solid. He gets a 34. 34 out of 100. That's somehow worse than guessing.